Hi everyone, welcome to the assembly guide for the Craig Sim Rigs CSR1. Before getting started, there is also assembly instructions on the website. Just scan the QR code. If you don't know what something is, you can search for it for a better image in the accessories and DIY section of the store. Start by unboxing the rig carefully. Once everything is unpacked, it's best to organize the profiles. Your kit will include 4 740/80 pieces, 2 640/80 pieces, 2 484/40/80 pieces, these are for the pedals and handbrake, 2 540/40 pieces, 1 484/40/40 piece, 2 440/40 piece. The tools included are 1 Allen key set, 1 spirit level, 1 13mm spanner. The first step is to take 1 600 piece and 1 700 piece and join them together using lengthwise connectors. I like to pre-assemble the grub screws into the connectors. Your kit will also include a total of 6 lengthwise connectors. Use 3 on each side in the configuration shown. Repeat to create 2 long lengths. Next step is to attach the rubber feet. Use the T-nuts and screw the feet onto the bottom side of the long pieces you just assembled. Next, get 8 L brackets with caps ready as well as 4 L brackets without caps. The 500mm pieces will be used to join the 2 long lengths together. Connect the 2 L brackets without cap to the 500mm pieces. Tighten these up a little more than finger tight so they don't move. Next, assemble the L brackets and the 500mm pieces between the 2 long lengths. Do these up finger tight. Use a 400mm piece to make sure the assembly is square. It should be flush on both sides. Now tighten everything up. Next step is to pre-assemble 8 L brackets without caps. Connect the short button head bolts and T-nuts to the brackets. Then slide them into position around 500 to 600mm from the open end. There should be 4 on each side. Now drop a 700mm piece in between the brackets. The easiest way is to get 1 T-nut in at a time and alternate 1 on each side. Once the bottom of the upright is flush with the horizontal bars, align the 2 uprights, then tightening the bolts up. Tightening the bolts can move the upright and make other bolts loose, so go over each bolt twice and remember to check it's vertical by placing the spirit level on the top. Repeat for both sides. Check the assembly guide for pedal assembly. Once you have it assembled, it can be slid in the back end like what's shown in the video, or the side plates can be disassembled or reassembled back onto the rig. When sliding, always keep the pedal plate square to minimize scratches. Next step is to assemble the top plate. Start with the side brackets and assemble the heavy-duty brackets as well as 4 of the long button head bolts with washers and T-nuts. Once assembled, drop these in from the top of the uprights and try to line them up as best as possible. Now the top plate can be put on. Just use a bolt to keep it from falling off, because now is the best time to test fit everything. Rest your chair, which has been assembled, onto the profiles on your rig. Now you can sit in it and feel approximately where the pedals and steering wheel should be. At this stage, the aim is to get everything in approximately the right position, and minor adjustments can be done later. You may need to move the uprights and/or the pedals, as well as the top plate angle and height. Once done, your elbows should be around 90 degrees and your legs should have a small kink when depressing the brake pedal all the way. If you put the L brackets without caps on earlier, then you can slide them across and attach them to the seat. If not, then attach them first to the profiles on the seat, then drop them into the slot on the rig. More detail is in the instructions on the website. If you want to use the handbrake configuration, attach the final 3 L brackets without caps to the last remaining piece and drop this down the outside of the upright. When tightening these bolts, use the spirit level to keep the handbrake bar level. To attach a handbrake or shifter, keep the bolts used to connect it as close to the handbrake bar as possible. The best way is to connect it directly into the slot. Place the cover caps on all exposed ends. If you have an extra brace, which is recommended for higher torque wheels, this is the best position. Remember to tighten every bolt again before using the rig, and then once more after an hour of bracing. This is the guide for mounting wheels, which can also be found on the website. Finally, this is what it should look like. Thanks for using Craig's Sim Rigs. Please reach out using the contact form on the website if you have any difficulties or questions.